Most of the beginners in the practice of meditation usually wish to comprehend the highest Dhamma, thinking that they have got enough basis for comprehending it. If they do not know and do not practice Dhamma at the elementary and intermediate levels, is it possible?
People today are too anxious. When practicing Dhamma, they wish to find the quickest result possible. They sometimes do not even know what the high Dhamma is. Most of them, as I have noticed, think of the high Dhamma as miraculous experiences and abilities to see this and that. This is the so-called high Dhamma of people today. Actually, Dhamma is discovered not because of our desire. Whenever we have confidence, Saddha, and practice efficiently the four principles of mindfulness, Satipatthana, Dhamma will eventually present itself. Whether it be the crude or the refined, the high or the low. All these phases will dawn upon you automatically, without your desire. As a matter of fact, desire will be quite a hindrance to the realization of Dhamma. Be not so covetous that you forget the Buddha's teaching when he says, morality at its height of prosperity does further the growth of wisdom. And wisdom at its height of prosperity does further freedom, a complete detachment from defilements and sufferings for that matter. The careless ones, who have not acquired a taste for morality and meditation, hearken heartily to the saying that only wisdom brings one to freedom. So they joyfully sit around the tray of foods that are put in front of them and gauge themselves hurriedly. Dhamma is not the foods nor the rice which someone else sets before you. You have to prepare it with your own heart. True Dhamma must be touched by the heart. If we do not touch all things by the heart, how can we achieve the total, mental comprehension, or Paññā? How can we realize what we have managed to get rid of, and what not?
When we contemplate the word Buddha, until we become absorbed in the word, is that called samadhi or samatha? What is the difference between samadhi and jhana? How many times does the heart have to acknowledge in order to be considered reaching the appana samadhi state? After the heart has fully maintained samadhi, to what level is one supposed to withdraw one's concentration so as to enhance the growth of wisdom? And once wisdom is developed, how clear does it have to be in order to achieve insight?
Samadhi and samatha are identical. Contemplate verbally on the word Buddha until you achieve one, pointedness. Here you have samadhi. The calmness of the heart, which does not take to wandering, is called samatha. The teachers usually talk of samadhi and jhana as the same thing. If I explain to you here both the similarities and the differences, it will take too long. In my book Paññā Neo Patibat Dhamma, Dhamma in Practice, I have explained them quite in detail. So if this is not clear, you may seek more information from there. I will give just the gist of it like this. Samadhi can be observed on the basis of the three cardinal points of samadhi, while jhana can be observed on the basis of bhavanga, the passive state. However, may start out with the same object of concentration, according to one's preference. When you have decided upon a particular object, say, you may choose to concentrate on the body, especially on its solid matter. You may concentrate on it without seeking the train of cause and consequence of that solid state, so that the mind becomes focused to the point of bhavanga. Here is what is called jhana. And let it be understood that agaha and padabhaga, the powers to retain and manipulate an object of concentration, is derived from bhavanga. If bhavanga does not take place, the two mentioned types of power cannot take place. Bhavanga is a state in which the heart flashes and rests itself in one particular state of its own. Sometimes it is completely shut off. In samadhi, after we have chosen the body as an object of contemplation, there must be reflection as to the followings. This body is just an element of earth. What is each of the parts? What is its characteristic behavior? How is this element of earth developed? How does it take place? And what is the use of its existence? Etc. Upon reflection, if the heart remains one, pointed, and there is neither anxiety nor doubts in the object of reflection, we will become clear as to the nature of cause and consequence of the object. In this case, the heart does not enter bhavanga or the passive state just mentioned. However, when the heart is fully charged with power due to thorough consideration, the heart will be capable of entering the appana samadhi, absorption samadhi. Appana jhana and appana samadhi are different. It will take quite long an explanation. And those who have never gone through them in practice will, of course, find it difficult to understand just the same. You asked how many times does the heart have to acknowledge in order to reach the apana, samadhi stage. Now, if you still have to count on signs like that, your heart cannot possibly reach the apana stage. The apana does not develop wisdom. It is simply a stage in which the heart rests after work, or after a sufficient amount of reflection. As to the question of how far are you supposed to withdraw the heart in order to obtain wisdom, the heart withdraws itself automatically to the level of upakara, samadhi. Paññā and vipassana are different in character and, therefore, are used in different contexts. Paññā is used generally, beginning from the training of the heart in samatha all the way to Dhamma Vijaya, mental reflections. If the heart is capable of perceiving the truth clearly so that the heart becomes bored and withdraws itself from attachment to a particular object, while at the same time the heart drops into a calm state, then this is vipassana.